Keuren, video production. This is unfocused right now, and I will zoom in and focus. On my subject's eyes. Now I am setting the white balance on an off-white object. Now I'll move and do the white balance on a white object. Now I will doing the shutter speeds. Here is 160. Now 100. 120. 180. 250. 350. 500. 175, 100, 750, 1 and 1000, 1500, 1 and 2000, 1 and 3000, 1 and 4000, 1 and 8000. Now do the exposure and start with 0 and go down and then back up.
Stop recording.
I'll now be going through all the levels of exposure. Right now it's on -5. Now the exposure is on -4. Now the exposure is on -3. The exposure is now on -2. The exposure is now on -1. The exposure is now on 0. The exposure is now on 1. The exposure is now on 2. The exposure is now on 3. And now the exposure is on 4. And last but not least, the exposure is now on 5. I now have the camera set up for a medium long shot. Now for step 6, it's set up at medium shot. And now for step 7, the camera is set up at medium close-up. And for step 8, it's now set up at close-up. Now for step 9, I've set up a medium shot, and now I will tilt down. Now we'll tilt back up, keeping a medium shot. I will now pan left. And now we'll pan right for step 12. And for step 13, I will truck left as my talent walks left. I will now truck right for step 14. And for step 15, I will dolly back as the talent walks towards me. And for step 16, I will dolly forward as the talent walks backwards. And for step 17, my talent will walk towards me while I zoom back. And now, for step 18, as my talent walks backwards, I will zoom in to keep talent comfortably in a medium shot. And now for step 19, I'll be doing a rack in, starting with the focus on the background and go to the foreground. And for step 20, I will be doing a rack out. I'll start with focus on the foreground and go to the background.